In the media, Muslims are often portrayed as being the bad guys due to unfortunate events of the past. However, there have been many blockbuster movies that have either had a positive portrayal of Muslim characters or movies that have an overall positive depiction of Islam in general. Hey guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. Now let's look at 10 movies about Islam and Muslims, all of them with positive portrayals. Starting off with number 10, we have Salmon fishing in the Yemen, 2011. This romantic drama starred Ewan McGregor, Emily Blunt, and Kristen Scott Thomas, and it tells of a fictional story of a British fish expert who gets employed by a millionaire fishing enthusiast sheikh who wishes to fish for wild salmon in his native country of Yemen. Now, as the movie begins, you may expect there to be a negative portrayal of Arab Muslims, but you end up being very surprised to find the Arabic sheikh. He's a very lovable character, as well as the movie is very enjoyable, and it's a lot more lighthearted than you might think.
We must have faith, Dr. Alfred.
Up next, we have Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from 1991. Morgan Freeman portrays Robin Hood's sidekick Azim Eddin Bashar al-Bakr. So clearly Morgan Freeman is not Arabic, right? However, the movie does have a positive Muslim portrayal. Azim has great knowledge and helps out Robin Hood and his men, and we really see the type of person that he is by looking at one of the quotes from the movie.
Salam, little one.
Did God paint you?
Did God paint me? For certain.
Why?
Because Allah loves wondrous variety.
Next up, we have The Lion in the Desert from 1980. So we go a little further back in movie history. So this movie is of the story of Omar Mukhtar, who is a 20th century Libyan revolutionary. It was produced and directed by Mustafa Akkad, and Anthony Quinn and Irene Papez star in the film. Anthony Quinn plays Mukhtar. The movie more specifically centers around Libya trying to free themselves from the Italians who colonized them. Omar Mukhtar's life is one of uncompromising morals and ethics as he goes forward with his mission. Now, one of my favorite movies, Ali from 2001, starring Will Smith. The film Ali takes us to his first fight with Sonny Liston and portrays Muhammad Ali's battles with the United States legal system because he refused to join the military to go to war against Vietnam. And of course, ending with the iconic match dubbed Rumble in the Jungle against George Foreman. Ali is outspoken and he risks his career and reputation for standing up for equality, racial equality more specifically. Muhammad Ali became a Muslim and changed his name from Cassius Clay Jr. Following suit with that, we have Malcolm X in 1992. So yeah, years before the release of Ali, there was Malcolm X, who was a very close acquaintance at one point with Muhammad Ali. This film was directed by Spike Lee, and this movie shows the life of the civil rights leader Malcolm X, played by Denzel Washington, and we get to see his hardships throughout life, like the passing of his father at the hands of white supremacists. We also witness his eventual conversion to Islam. Angela Bassett plays Malcolm X's wife Betty. His commitment to promoting the truth is inspirational, while not holding himself as a victim of his past is very inspiring to see on the big screen as well. Halfway in, we have Kingdom of Heaven, released in 2001. Kingdom of Heaven really serves as a peace message for the conflicts between the East and the West, with America still very unsettled by the 9/11 attacks. The film is very graphic, however, the film still is able to portray some of the biggest acts in Islamic history in a surprisingly positive way. Definitely a recommended film.
I am Salahuddin. Salahuddin.
2007's The Kite Runner comes in at number 4, directed by Mark Foster. The Kite Runner is a movie about the life of an Afghan youth from childhood all the way up into his 30s. The youth portrayed is Amir, and he grows up as a selfish, spoiled rich kid, and he avoids helping his best friend through a tough time that he was going through. After escaping to America and living in guilt for years, Amir saw an opportunity to make up for the wrong that he did to his best friend named Hassan, and he returns to Afghanistan to rescue Hassan's son. So we see that he still has flaws, right? But despite that, he can still grow as a person and do do what he felt in his heart to do for the benefit of other people. The 13th Warrior from 1999 comes in at number 3. The film focuses on Arabic Muslim traveler after he gets exiled to the northern barbarians. When he encounters the Vikings, Ahmed ibn Fadlan has an air of arrogance, really because he's not the biggest fan of them. However, he and the Vikings develop respect for each other, and his character displayed how Muslims can get along with and even learn from others who have completely different lifestyles and beliefs. Number 2, we have The Reluctant Fundamentalist, released in the year 2011. So this film focuses on a successful young man from Lahore, Pakistan, whose life is no longer the same after the events of 9/11. As the attacks happened, Changiz Khan was away for business, but when he returns to the United States, he comes back to a world where Islamophobia was at a whole new level. This film definitely hit home for Muslims who also face violence and discrimination after 9/11.
How do you feel about the United States of America?
Agent Ford, I love the United States of America.
And the number 1 film is The Message from 1976. And you know, I had to include this classic 3-hour-long film that tells the story of the birth of Islam. The Syrian director Mustafa Akkad also directed this film, and he had a lot of difficulty finding a Hollywood studio that would actually produce this film without casting a character to play the Prophet Muhammad, because as you might know, the portrayal of the Prophet Muhammad is forbidden in Islam. Now, the film was eventually made without showing the Prophet or any of the 4 caliphs, which of course then opened it up to being accepted by Muslims to watch. And the movie starred Anthony Quinn and Irene Pappas, and the story itself covers a period from Muhammad's call to being a prophet through the reconquest of Mecca, and it touches on the lives of great people in Muslim history. This movie is still a favorite for Muslims all around the world. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you in this episode. Let me know, have you seen any of these movies? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And if you enjoyed this one, definitely you're gonna like this one that's right by my head. Just tap the annotation right there to keep on watching another video. And also my social media links are below in the video description. Follow me, especially on Instagram, shoot me a message and I will reply, I promise. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to keep up to date with our daily episodes here on FTD Facts. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow in another episode. Later guys.